Woo-wee. Wow. Well, I tell you what, folks, it's going to be an epic night here on the Paranormal Portal, and welcome to the Paranormal Portal. As always, I'm your host, Brent Thomas. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here and bringing you the show that, the show I love. I'm a little bit obviously biased, but, what can I say? I think we've made something pretty incredible here, and by we, I don't mean just me. I mean all of you as well. Thank you for making a home around the portal, all of you guys. Really appreciate it. Tonight, it's going to be an epic night because we have the phone lines fixed. The last time we tried it, nothing worked. It was absolutely a mind bender kind of night, but everything's working now. And joining us tonight in order to make good on her last appearance that didn't work out, of course, is our wonderful friend, Mrs. Debra Varner, who is here to offer free psychic readings to any one of you that wants to call in and be a part of the show and to hear what Deb's got to say, whether it's your professional life, your personal life, love life, just, what's coming up. You want a general reading? By God, Deb can do it all. So dial in. I've pinned the numbers up in the chat. But if you don't have a screen that you're watching, if you're just listening to this, then you call in with area code 720-923-0500. And I would just encourage you, if you are thinking about getting a reading, call in early and hold the line because, for one thing, we can't say how long readings will go. They just go. I mean, we do try to conscientiously move them along. And I would ask that those of you that are looking for a reading tonight, do try to be conscientious about the number of questions that you ask because we're trying to help everybody that we can that's, calling in. And so I'd like to limit it to just, once you say what your reading is, you have a couple of questions after that. Deb's talking to you and you come up with a couple of questions, that's fine. But after that, I just think it works better if we try to move it along as much as we can, just to be as conscientious and courteous to everybody that's holding the line. And some of the hold times get long, but I do promise everybody that calls in that we will get to you. So please be patient. if you're going to be calling internationally, please make sure that I see that you're calling in the chat, because I don't want any of our listeners and viewers to be sitting there on hold paying international rates. I will push you to the front. It's the least I can do. We've got a global audience here, and so, within reason. So, but welcome to the show, Deb. We love you, and we're glad you came back.
Well, thank you. Hey, everybody. It's good to be back. Once again, apologize for the problems last time, but hopefully everything will go off without a hitch tonight.
Absolutely. We've troubleshot the hell out of this for the last couple weeks now, since everything's been working, and so I'm glad we got a make good date to make this happen. But yeah, I mean, we kind of missed the blue moon, didn't we? The super blue moon or whatever.
Yeah, we sure did by a few days, but it's okay.
That's okay. Well, I hope you feel like you're all good to go and ready, Deb, because we got a lot of ground to cover, I'm sure.
Yes, I am.
Okay. And, special thank you again for coming on the show and doing this. I know you're doing, essentially, ladies and gentlemen, Deb does this of the goodness of her own heart. She is not getting paid from me or by this show to do this. She just loves to be a part of this and to help. And I will tell you this, for any of you that might be newer to the show, that Deb has been doing this with us for 7 years now. And I've listened to every one of those appearances. And I'm here to tell you, and my hand to God, I never get tired of listening to Deb do this, because, in my very sincere opinion, she's the real deal. She's very good at this. She's very loving and kind. And I will tell you this, if you're not a person that wants to do public readings, Deb does do private readings, and I'm going to give you an email address, and it's also in the show description below on the YouTube if you look in there. But to get a private reading with Deb, you're going to have to email her at purplemysticreader@gmail.com. All one word, purplemysticreader@gmail.com. And again, that's pinned in the show description on YouTube. So, that's certainly an avenue for some of you if you'd rather not do this publicly. But for those of you that choose to do it publicly, it's absolutely free of charge. We just want to use this as a way to say thank you to our wonderful family of listeners and viewers, and hope you enjoy this. But I do want to cover a little bit of ground rules right up front. Obviously, I talked about the questions. The only other things that I would have to say is, throughout the course of the reading, Deb will be saying, they're telling me, they want you to know, these theys. And oftentimes, and it's pretty much consistently every show, there's somebody that's like, well, who's they? What does she mean, they? They is Deb talking to her guides. Those are her guides talking to her, which are in turn talking to your guides. That's the process as you explained it, correct, Deb?
Yeah. They get the information for me, and they pass it along. I interpret what they give me, and we go from there.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what the they is, if you hear that. So it comes up all the time. The other thing I would say, that if you are calling in and getting a reading, and I understand this personally, because it can feel kind of awkward when there's dead space, but just trust that this is Deb doing her process. It's okay if she's not talking and you're not talking. I know some people feel like that's where they need to say something to keep things going, but just trust that is Deb's process of reading or getting the information to give to you. So it'll be little silent gaps. Just kick back and relax and know that we haven't disconnected. It's just part of the way this works. So, am I forgetting anything, Deb?
I think that's it.
Okay, well, that's good, because we got a couple calls on hold waiting for you. So I guess we'll get to that right away. Are you ready, Deb?
I sure am.
Okay, well, our first caller is coming from area code 573. Welcome to the show. Are you there?
I'm here.
All right, very good. Who are we talking to? What's your name?
My name's Matt, and
Matt. Okay.
I've been looking forward to talking to you guys for a long time. So
Oh, wonderful, Matt. Well, I'll let you talk to Deb. I guess I did forget that one part. It's like when you call in, the only thing we're going to ask you is what is your name, your first name. You don't have to give a full legal name or anything like that. Just your first name. And then what do you want a reading about? So do you want a general reading? Do you want to know about a job thing that's going on, or some money things, or love life, or just whatever? So just kind of encapsulate it that way, and then let Deb do her thing. So Matt, I'm going to let you talk to Deb, but thank you for calling in and being a part of the show.
awesome. Thanks.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, David. Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. So I just have a question about my love life, and also if anybody's got a message for me.
Okay. Let's see what they've got for you. They're talking about somebody that you're close to around you. And it's almost like you feel really connected to them, and you almost want that love connection, but it's not going to be a love connection. It's like you have known them before. There was actually something there in the past, way past. But there is someone coming along for you. Look for more around the holidays.
Okay.
I take it's from your past, but it's almost like you're very unsure to take a chance where love is concerned. But honestly, you've got a lot of love to give. You've got a big heart. So, and you've had a few problems in the past, which, kind of causes you to put a wall up. Don't put that wall up, because you do have a lot of love to give, and there are people out there that want you to be in their lives and be a part of their lives. When you open up, that's one of those things. Love yourself first, and then open yourself up to love for others, and you'll see a whole new aspect in caring, feeling, loving. You got it in you. You just got to let it out there. Try not to let the past hold you back. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, there is someone coming for you. So, and don't be scared if it starts out slow, because that's a good thing for you, because that gives you a chance to work into the loving and caring.
Yeah. Okay.
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 There is a male around you. there's a family feel to them, but it's more a friend. It doesn't feel like they've been gone a long time. Um,
Oh my God.
this feels kind of recent. Um, and he's definitely been trying to get in touch with you. Let's see. He's got a big smile, and why he keeps saying, "Dude, dude." It's almost like he's calling to you. Um,
Uh,
hang on. They're talking about he was into music.
oh.
Okay, he's talking about you were talking about him not too long ago too.
Oh.
It definitely doesn't feel like it was an illness. It feels like it's something that happened suddenly.
Oh. Uh,
Okay. Let's cover the point that you have gifts of your own, and you can feel and have seen spirits because you have seen him around, and you thought it was just your imagination.
Right. Right.
Okay, it wasn't your imagination.
Yeah.
They're talking about he's been trying to come to you in your dreams, so pay attention
Okay.
because he knows that you want the chance to see him again, and he's trying to help you in that aspect. But yeah, they're talking about pay attention to your dreams. So
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Do you see any females around me? Any women? Uh,
no, actually, he's the only one that seems to be coming through, which is nothing unusual. It's sometimes there's quite a few, sometimes there's only one. At the moment, his spirit is probably the strongest, and that's the reason that he's coming through. But right now, that's the only one I'm getting any information on.
okay. All right. Well, thank
Okay.
you. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for calling in. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
thanks.
have a great night.
Thanks, Matt. You were the first caller tonight. You started the dance floor, so I appreciate it, brother.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, good night. Okay, well, that brings us to our next caller. And we got a couple calls from Texas, so let's get to the first one. And this is area code 432. You're on the air. And this is area code 432. You're on the air. Are you there?
Hello.
Oh, there you are. Good. I thought, oh no, how'd we lose one already? But hello, welcome to the show. What's your first name?
Oh, hi, this is Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. How are you? Good to hear from you.
I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, good. How's the little one doing, by the way?
Oh, he's great. I got him down for a nap that's taking a bit longer tonight, but
Oh, well,
good.
perfect timing. You came in. That's good. I'll let you talk to Deb, but it's great to hear from you. And we'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi.
How you doing?
Doing great. So I have a move coming up pretty soon, and I did want to ask about career options that I should be looking into for this next year because I have several different things available.
Mm-hmm. And not necessarily because you got little one. They're talking about you working around or with children. I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but they're talking about you being around, working with children.
Okay. Yeah, my husband accepted a job over there that is he is the cook for the military base's daycare. And so that was one of the options, is to be one of the caregivers.
Well, it sounds like that'll be a good job for you.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, otherwise, I did just want to ask about how I can get into touch with my spirit guides myself better.
Just take some time, meditate, clear your mind, and talk to them. They're always there for us. We just have to be a little bit more open to them. Don't try too hard, though, because you'll block yourself out. You won't be able to hear them. It's that gentle voice that is there within you. You know, people talk about, oh, that little voice. Well, that little voice is your spirit guides. Keep yourself open to picking up messages from them. You might think, oh, well, am I crazy? Trust me, you're not the only one that has felt that way. They will come through. They'll talk to you. If you have questions, ask them, and they'll try to get the questions answered for you. I use mine if I can't find something, or if I'm out driving around and get lost. I will stop for a second, clear my mind, and, say, listen, this is what I need, and just quietly wait for a minute. And that message will come through, and whatever it is you asked, more than likely it will help you out. They're easy to talk to. You just have to leave yourself open to, any messages that come through. They say that you're pretty good at listening to them anyway. You're just not always sure that of the message, and if you should listen, listen to them a little bit more, because they have really been there to help you out a whole lot. And I will tell you that they said your mother is around you also. You know that, you felt that, and I have a feeling you've seen her.
Okay.
So, and I'm sure she's there in a capacity as grandma and helping out with little ones. So, but yeah, they said to let you know that she is around you.
That's awesome. That's pretty important.
Mhm.
Is there any like outstanding messages besides that? That's pretty great.
Other than telling you stop being in a hurry, take your time, because you don't want to miss out on anything. They're talking about you let things get to you and your mind goes into that whirlwind. They're asking you not to do that. They're asking you to slow down and take a little bit more time. Oh, and they're talking about a happy move, so things should go off without a hitch.
Oh, that's good. That's really great. I hope so.
It looks like it will. But yeah, good luck on the move. Good luck on the new job. And, our best wishes are with you.
Yeah, all of us.
Awesome. Thank you. I
all.
appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you too. Thank you so much for calling in and being part of the journey tonight.
Yeah, I love that I was able to.
Yeah, me too.
Give little one a snuggle for me.
Oh, I will.
All right.
Okay, you guys have a good night.
All right. Good night, Sherry. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, we got 2 down and we got a few more in the queue. So let's get to the next one. Another Texas. Let's go to area code 210. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
How are you tonight? Doing good?
I'm doing real good.
Oh,
At the
good.
beach relaxing.
Well, I'm glad you called in. What was your first name, if you don't mind me asking?
My name's Yvonne.
Yvonne? Okay. Well, welcome to the show, Yvonne. I'll let you talk to Deb.
Thank you.
Hi, Yvonne.
Hi, how are you, Deb?
I'm good. What can I do for you tonight?
Well, I was just wondering, I had a 14-year-old daughter that committed suicide 5.5 years ago, and she was a victim of bullying. So she was kind of forced into it. I was just wondering if you know anything about, like, how she's doing, if she comes to visit me. I believe she does, but I just want to make sure.
And they said to let you know that, trust me, she was actually ready to go. She didn't linger, and she went ahead and went across.
Yeah.
They said to let you know she had a grandmother waiting for her.
Yeah, she sure did, my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had grandma there to help her across.
She was confused about she was a girl, but she wanted to be a boy, but I didn't know if it was a confusion of them bullying her. But at the end, she wanted to be a boy. So I'm confused whether she really wants to be a boy or a girl. I'm good with it. I'm not mad at it or anything like that. I just got confused with that.
I understand she's not confused anymore. It was who she felt she needed to be, not so much who she wanted to be, it's who she felt she needed to be. It's almost
So
like
now I don't know if I should call her my son or my daughter. Every time I talk to him, I have to say both names.
it's almost like she went into being a tomboy and just never really came out of it. And that's fine. That's okay. No, they're saying she. It's like she knows who she is. She understands who she is now, and she's happy with who she is. And they're saying she, not he. She.
She. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, because it was just last minute when things started. The last year she was all girly up until last year when they started bullying her. So that's why I got confused for that.
I'm so sorry to hear that, by the way. That's such a heartbreaker. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's hard to lose a child, no matter what the circumstances. It's hard to lose a child. And I'm right there with you because I lost my son to the same situation. He made the choice to leave. So I understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
I truly feel for you, but she's good.
Did she come visit? Because one time I heard it in my ear, I love you.
Yeah, he's definitely been around, and so his grandma been around too. So, but yeah, she does come and visit.
That's good.
And I never worry about talking to her, feeling silly, doing it. What is so great is that once they cross over, they know a lot of truth. And it's easier for them to understand and communicate. And you can talk to them anytime you want to. So, I mean, you can either be verbal about it or just think about it. Either way, they can pick up on it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad she's in a better place because she was suffering no reason.
She's good. She's good. And a lot of times people will tell you that, that situation that they're not allowed over. Yes, they are. Our prayers can carry them over.
That's good.
Yeah, our prayers can carry them over.
And she was such a good kid. Such a good kid. Didn't hurt anybody. We just kept picking on him.
Yeah.
They tortured her. They did horrible things to my brother.
It's just, I don't know, this world scares me sometimes, but I constantly hope and pray for a better world out there for everybody, so maybe one day we'll see it.
Yeah, hopefully it will end. But, yeah, they're in better places right now. We're just missing so much.
Yeah. Well, she's around you, so go ahead and talk to her and, remember the good times. Share the fun times, try not to worry too much. And we're going to cry, but understand that bothers them some because they want us happy. They don't want us upset and crying. So.
Exactly. That's what she actually told me. She told me that. Don't be feeling sad whenever I go or something. She had it planned, but I was just I could not believe it.
Oh, she's good. Don't worry too much about her. Knows she's got family there, and she's being cared for, and she's being watched out after. So, but yeah, she's been around you, and I'm sure she'll come around you more. So, but she's good.
She's always welcomed. I appreciate it so much.
You're very welcome. It was nice talking with you.
Yeah.
Nice talking to you.
Thank you for calling in and being part of the show. And yeah, my heart goes out to you. But I'm just glad to know that she's still around you, and that you hopefully have been able to find peace. But thank you for being part of the show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Thanks.
Okay. Wow, that was a powerful call. But yeah, there's nothing worse than hearing that people are mistreating your kid or something like that. I think any parent can understand, and we wish desperately that people could see our kids like we can, but they just can't or don't or won't, and that's the hard part about the world. But yeah, that's tragic. Wow.
It is. It really is.
Okay, well, let's get to the next one, and this is area code 309. You're on the air.
Hey, Deb, it's Bill. How you doing?
Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill. I'll get out of the way.
How's it going?
Bill, you're an old pro at this, so I'll let you guys talk. But good to hear from you, Bill.
Sure. And just want to say this it wouldn't have been the first time that I wanted to fire my guides. Deb's already heard that one.
All right.
All right, Deb. How about let's see what the three amigos can do. So the first thing is they told me to go see the doctor, but then they tell me where I'm supposed to be finding this doctor. I don't have a doctor. I thought you knuckleheads. And then if there's anything else they want to tell me.
Okay.
They're probably holding signs and walking in circles, Bill.
Oh, they're just laughing at me, Brent. That's all they do.
Being who you are, I would suggest go ahead and pull up some doctors in your area, and they'll point you in the right direction.
Oh, God, okay.
They'll show you which one. Brent, I always call his guides the Three Stooges because I'll tell you what. We have a time with them.
Aww.
Oh, goodness. But, yeah, just pull up the information, and they'll point you in the right direction.
Okay. All right. I guess if I don't like the one I meet, then I can go to another one anyway. So I just didn't want to be spending a whole lot of time traveling between doctors' offices.
You'd be trying eeny, meeny, miny, mo, but yeah, they'll point you in the right direction.
Okay.
So sometimes that they can actually get it together when it's really important.
Yeah, that's kind of a rarity, though, I think, for these guys. Like,
they can do it if they try.
I keep telling everybody, everything they tell me about other people, it gets it right. Me, it's like, man, whatever. I think they actually work for other people. They don't really work for me. That's how I kind of feel sometimes.
I don't know. They do work for you. It's just that they have a weird way of doing it, but they do. They just got to stop a little bit of the silliness, that's all.
Yeah. So is just like a general reading? Can you do like a quick general reading?
I can try. Let's see if they
I know you.
That's the best I can do with them. I can try. Oh. Okay. Towards the end of the month, they're saying
Mm-hmm.
get out there and check things out because they're saying they're on the move.
Get out there and check things out because they're on the move. What am I supposed to check out? Can they be specific? I mean,
What have you been looking for?
huh?
What have you been looking for?
What am I looking for? Oh, I mean the doctor?
No, the Bigfoot.
Oh my God! Okay.
They say
Okay.
they're going to be looking towards the end of the month. They're going to be on the move. And that's so
Well,
weird.
I've been
They're talking about the big dog again.
Okay.
And I assume from what they're talking about, the dogs are going to be around where they're at.
Okay. Do I get to be worried about this dog? This
No,
wolf dog?
It's not going to be the one that you don't want to see. It's just going to be a big wolf-like dog. Oh, it's weird. It's almost like they travel in the same area.
Okay.
Just don't be
So
too worried. Snap pictures because if you try to get a picture of something, it's just not going to happen because it's not like when we normally take pictures, you see it and you take that shot. If you feel it, you take that shot and then look and check and see what you have.
Well, I got 2 body cams, one in front and one in back now. So I'm trying to work them out to get them to be the right position. They don't stay where I want, kind of thing. But am I going to get them on there?
Yeah, but the back one is going to be more likely than the front to get a picture.
Okay.
And don't let that necessarily worry you.
Well, actually, the whole thing worries me because I hate to report back that I had an accident on the trail.
Well, I know, but they're just saying, don't let it worry you because they're not telling me that there's going to be any bad incidents going on with it being around them. So it could just be a case of them being curious. But they're not telling me anything bad is going to happen.
Okay. And towards the end of this month, right? September?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll make sure I'm out and about then. I'm guessing it's the same spot as I've been going to here, all this one main spot.
Yeah. They're talking about move it a little further.
a little further.
I guess further than what you've been going. Okay, what they're talking about, what they're showing me is there's almost a path there, but they're talking about over to the right,
Uh-huh.
further down over to the right.
Oh, so they're talking like I'm on the path, and then further off to the right of the path, down there inside there, that's where I see something.
Yeah.
Or may get a picture. I'm just saying, we're at this one place where I go. It's just a state park, actually, and there is all kinds of tree kind of stuff in there that I see.
Yeah.
I mean, weird stuff. I mean, huge trees that are bent over. This kind of stuff. Okay.
They're also talking about being in the summer, take fruit.
Say that again?
By it being the end of summer, take fruit. Because that's going to be something that they would have been, I guess, eating that's not necessarily around right now. So
okay.
The guys are talking about that's a good thing to either leave out for them or, put somewhere for them.
Okay. Okay, I can do that.
Okay. But yeah,
I can do that.
They're talking about they're going to be out and about. So.
Okay. Very good.
In the summer. Yeah. Hey, I got a quick question for you, Brett. If I wanted to get some pictures to you to look at, how would I do that?
Just email them to me at paranormalportalradio@gmail.com. And
the Gmail radio. Okay, Gmail. All right, I can do that. I can send you a drive, and I don't know. I wanted somebody who, you guys go out in the Bigfoot stuff. I'm all by myself. I don't know if what I'm looking at is even.
I'd be happy to look at them.
Is this something that, is this something that naturally happens, or is this something that's really wacky? Sure. I mean, I see a lot of wacky stuff, so that's why.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't get a lot of cryptid stuff sent to me, but when I do, I love looking at it. I'm not sure that I'm much of an authority, but I'm very interested in it. I'll give you my honest feedback, whatever that is. But yeah, of course, I'd love to see him, brother.
Sure. All right. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Deb.
It was good talking to you, Bill.
You too. Bye.
Right. Good night.
Bye.
Okay. Well, we're off to the races with another call. And he hasn't hung up yet. Okay. I got it. Here we go. We're going next to area code 479. You are on the air. Hello, area code 479. Are you hearing me?
Yep, that's me. How you doing?
Oh, welcome to the show. Great. Thanks for calling in and being a part of it.
Sounds good. How are y'all doing?
I think we're doing good, brother. Thank you. What was your first name, if you don't mind asking? Or what do you want to use as a name?
My first name is Seth.
Seth. All right, Seth. Well, I'll let you talk to Deb, but thanks for calling in, man. It's great to hear from you.
All right. I have my internet speaker muted for the echo disturbance, whatever.
Well played, sir. Well played. All right. Take it away, Deb.
Outstanding.
Hi, Seth.
Hi, Miss Deb. Is that correct? Miss Deb? D-E-B?
Yep.
All right. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. What can I do for you
All
tonight?
Right. That sounds good. I have part of this question. Now, just to be honest with the viewers, the audience, and you or anybody else that is concerned, I'm about 4 beers in. But I do have a legitimate question June 15th of this year, I lost a semi-estranged son. And he was arguing on the phone with a girl, whatever, and apparently he had a sidearm. And, what happened is what happened. Now, I'm not too bent up a shape about the situation, because it was one of those deals where I had to wait till he was 18, you know, through other sources that told me just wait till he's 18, he'll come find you or whatnot. And, you know, what happened has happened. And, you know, it's a very terrible thing. But my question is I'm thinking it could have been an accident, regardless of even if it was meant to be. You know, he still made a dumb decision. But I was going to ask what your thoughts on that was, on his passing, and maybe what you know transpired. Even if you can't answer that, you know, like I kind of already made my mind up in my head that, you know, either way it was just a dumb decision.
It was, but I'm not too sure. It's really weird because they're leading me to believe that there was somebody else around not long before what happened.
Yes, I can concur that. Yeah.
Okay.
There again, like I said, Miss Deb, it's not that I'm looking for an answer. I'm just looking for like maybe a feel around in an area. But go ahead, please.
Okay.
I'm on the phone, little baby. Get back in there. I'll talk to you in a minute. Sorry about that.
Honestly, I will tell you that even the way it went down, he didn't expect it to go down that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he really planned on it, even though he had talked about it before. It's not like he really planned on it. It was just something that happened at the spur of the moment. He just got silly and was messing around, and it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I was almost like he didn't go instantaneously. It was almost like he had that quick couple of seconds, and he was stunned that it actually happened.
Yeah.
A lot of times
Okay.
they will, you know, it'll happen, they'll cross quickly. He didn't. It's almost like a state of confusion that it actually happened.
I felt that too. Thank you. Go ahead.
Let's see. No one understands from what they're telling me that he is sorry that it happened. But it just, when everything went down, and it did happen, there was nothing he could do to stop it at that moment. It just happened.
Right.
Like
Well,
that.
the report was that the autopsy or whatever, that it was a bleed out. So that would be a slower type of, you know, it wasn't just like it immediately shut off everything. And not to add anything to anybody else that was involved or anything, but, you know, I can see, you know, a certain this way or this way, but, you know, I won't let it be that, you know, I could throw people on the bus or this or that. You know, I don't blame anything. Stuff happens. You know, it's just one of those things. I've seen a couple of things in my life, and I at least understand that stuff just happens. I do appreciate that, and I will validate you for what you told me just there. For any of the other viewers or whatever thinking about calling in, I would say that you are validated by me anyway.
Thank you.
Very welcome.
Know that he did eventually cross over.
Good deal.
And I will tell you, he knows and understands a whole lot more now.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I was like, oh, like, my thing was like, oh, he knows everything now, at least. Good God Almighty. You know, at least he knows everything. That was my biggest deal before, like, stuff could be explained or whatever, the situation. and it takes two to tango. Don't get me wrong. You can only blame yourself if you can blame everybody else. And that might have sounded weird, but it's. I feel that at least he knows everything now.
The things they didn't know and understand when they were here, they do now.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you. He does apologize. He hopes that you've forgiven him.
Yeah.
And he wants you to know that, yes, there is love there. He does love you, and he really cares about how you feel about the situation. Once again, he apologizes. But they want you to know that he's fine. He's good.
Yeah, I feel that too. And kind of like I feel. I mean, we're all on our way out. Just try to make the best of it.
Yeah, but there were a few extenuating circumstances there, but he it was definitely a state of confusion that it actually happened. But
no, I believe it.
Yeah, understand that he's good. He's good now.
I do. I thank you. I thank you for the confirmation. Like I said, those things resonate with me very much so. I wasn't calling in to legitimize you or anything like that, or to test any waters or anything. It was an honest inquiry, if you will.
Oh, I'm glad you called in.
I am too. I thank you very much, Miss Deb.
Well, thank you. Have a great night.
You too.
Thank you, sir. It's great to hearing from you, and our love and blessings to you and your family, brother.
Always, and to everyone listening, and to you too, my friend.
All right, man. Have a good night.
It'll be all right.
It'll be all right.
All right, good night.
It will.
All right. Trying to mute it, but there it goes. Okay. All right. How you doing, Deb? It gets heavy.
Okay. Can you give me a couple of minutes
Yeah.
to walk this one off?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
No worries at all. All right, guys, we're going to give Deb a quick breather. Obviously, this stuff gets pretty heavy. Connecting with such situations and gravity is a lot for anybody, especially when they're your own. But that's kind of the other side of the gift, is that she gets to suffer through everyone else's too. So, all right, let's take a couple minutes. I'm going to just run a commercial break quick. For those of you here on YouTube, those of you on TFR, you're probably going to have dead air for a couple seconds, but just bear with us. We'll be right back in just a moment for more readings with our very own Debra Varner. So, all right, let's do this one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. At least I'm back.
I'm back. I'm here. I'm good.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to check with you.
Yeah, I'm good. I just needed a minute.
Yeah, it's been a lot of, like it was said in the chat. There's a lot of heavy calls tonight, and it is. But I feel actually very honored by that personally, because it's easy for anybody to call in and go, hey, what's going on with my job, or what do you see coming up? When will I get some cash? Those kind of questions. But to know that people are calling in with this depth of question is, it's profound. It's not just the light and fluffy stuff. It's the heavy, deep stuff. And I'm glad that you're able to help those people, Deb, because I think I can't imagine anything more devastatingly heavy than losing one of my kids. I thank God every day that that's not an experience that I've ever had to endure. But I know that if it did, it would break me. It would just destroy and shatter me. And so I'm just so honored that you're able to offer them some understanding and some, maybe an insight into how they are and what's going on. So thank you once again.
It's an honor that they have come to me and allowed me to help them. It is a little heavy, but in the past, these shows have always themed themselves out.
Yeah.
And this is a theme tonight, and I wholeheartedly accept it.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And we got a couple more calls on the hold here. Are you ready to dig in?
I sure am.
Okay. Well, let's get to the next one then. And this one is coming from Arizona, and this is area code 520. You're on the air.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Oh, good. Hi, my name's Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
And I guess, how are you?
Good, thank you. I don't. You want to talk to Deb though, not me, right?
yeah.
All right.
I've never done a call-in show before, so I was just a little
no,
awkward.
You're doing fantastic. I'm just being silly, but I'll let you talk to Deb. But thank you so much for calling in.
All right, thank you. Hi, Deb.
Hi, Michelle. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. What can I help you with?
Well, mine's kind of just not really generic. Like, I have a lot of changes, so I just kind of want to be open to whatever, Spirit has to say for me. So just kind of, there's a lot of shifting going on for me, so I was just curious to see if anything would come up from you.
Okay, let's see what they have to say. What's funny, the first thing that they have to say is it's about time.
Okay.
I think they have been looking for some changes in you for a little while now. Trust that your spirit is calling out for some changes. It feels like you have gotten rid of some baggage. You're not being drugged down as much. And it's time for you to fly. So with that, the changes are needed. They're talking about your personality is lighter. They're talking about definitely let that child out and let that child within you play. They said to tell you that you listen, but you don't always act on what you hear.
Always. That's always. Sorry. They must be like
your
ready
guys
to
are
smash me. Yeah.
You don't always listen. And trust me, as well as helping you, they will boot you in the butt if you don't listen. So if they're telling you something and you don't listen and a little something goes wrong and you're wondering why, That's why.
Okay.
But they are there. They are trying to work with you to try and put you on what they're saying the right path, because you've kind of been, the last few years, you've kind of been wobbling back and forth on that path, and they want you to kind of get straighter, because you're coming to a point where it's more necessary for you to stay on that path, and to learn, because you definitely have some new things coming up. Now, whether you realize that you have that light or not, you definitely do. You definitely have gifts.
I've kind of pushed them away for a number of years, and that's where, they're like at me.
Yeah, you're definitely somewhat of an empath. You have good intuition, but you don't always follow through with it. And they're wanting you to follow through with it more, because when you do, you'll find out that life becomes a whole lot easier. Some of the setbacks and problems that you've been dealing with were a whole lot not listening to your intuition, not listening to those little voices and paying attention to them. You're more open now to doing all of this. Mm-hmm. They're ready for you to, and they want you to stay on your path. Now, once we got that out, let's see. What else have they got to say? Okay. I don't know why. That makes sense to me. Maybe it will you. What is it with your cooking?
Like, well, I don't know. Maybe they mean that I love cooking. It's kind of therapeutic for me, but I haven't done it.
You just don't do it a lot, do you?
No, not a lot, no.
You don't get that chance to do it. Okay, that makes sense now then, why you're talking about your cooking. Okay.
Yeah, lately I've been revamping my whole life so I can kind of get back to that stuff because I need to.
They're wanting you to definitely bump up your experience in the kitchen because it makes you happy. Your heart is light when you're in the kitchen and working and putting things together and seeing what turns out. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what your profession is, but let me explain what they're saying to me. Cooking is almost like working with medicine. You're adding things or taking things away. It's weird that they're saying that, but witch's brew, medicine, and they're saying this because from what they're telling me, you're a kind, helping person, and the reason you are this and with everything that's going on in your life, you were a nurse in a past life, 2 lives back. You were a nurse, and you're carrying a lot of that with you in this life, helping other people, putting things together, helping make other people, anyone that tastes what you make, it makes them feel better, makes them feel good. You tend to not only make a boo-boo feel better, but you have, okay, the term they're using is, and it's weird because I know that book is out there, they're talking about you use yourself as a chicken soup for the soul. You talk to people. You can help them with their problems. They look up to you. But they're also saying don't do too much because you will burn yourself out.
I did.
You're one of those that, and that's part of being an empath also, is people coming to you with weird stories or, asking your opinion.
Mm-hmm. Every day of my life. Grocery store, anywhere. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, that's, like I said, that's part of being an empath. That light they're drawn to. What's weird also is you can feel spirits around these people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like you've been called upon to give messages to these people. So I will assume in that you do have a little bit of a medium within you, because you can tell that spirits are around and they're looking for you, like I said, to give messages. You don't always pick them up strong enough to give them out, but to give yourself that chance to work with your spirit guides. They will help you where that's concerned. Let's see.
Yeah, I pretty much shut that down several years ago because my son, he's kind of MIA. We're not sure if he's alive or dead. So I kind of shut that down because I didn't want to know. So I turned it off completely. But I want that to open back up again because I think that's a huge part of my path that I've been ignoring for a long time.
Do. That's part of your path. Okay, that makes sense. You wiggling on your path. And them talking about it's necessary for you to get back on that path. Would it make sense? They're telling me that your son is in between.
In between, I could kind of see that because he reached out to me once in a dream, and there was nothing I could do for him. So that's kind of when I just shut it down. So I don't know if he's kind of in a limbo waiting for some kind of closure from us, or if he's, I just don't know. Or if that in between could mean that he's indecisive about what to do. My gut tells me he's already left this world.
Okay. Well,
but I could be wrong, and that's because
that's
I'm
almost
second guessing.
Feels like when they're talking about he's in between. It's not that. That's a gray area. It doesn't feel like he's crossed over and specifically into the spirit world, but it also does not feel like he is specifically among us.
That's what I think. Yeah, I mean he when he came to me, he was saying like, help me, like he looked like he was sick, couldn't breathe, but I knew he was dying, and so I think at that point he was already like so far gone, and then after that communication just kind of shut off. So I think that's when he passed. But he's literally like, he was hitchhiking across the country, so we don't have any clue. Tennessee was like the last I got from him.
Yeah.
So we have like no clue, and there's nothing. So I'm pretty sure he's passed. But now I'm at a space where I'm okay to open up and maybe give him that closure.
Okay. Yeah. Now is a good time to give him the permission. Let him know that you know what's going on, or you've got a good idea of what's going on. His loved ones, just let them know, help pray him across, because that's where he needs to be. We need to get him out of this in-between place. notice that they're telling you that they want you to get out to nature. Being who you are, nature is like your church. I hope that makes sense.
It does.
It's like that's where you're closest to the higher power. And you need more time there because that will help you with your gifts and help you on your path.
Okay.
Know once that you open up, and they're expecting you to do it very soon, that you will notice towards the end of the year that your abilities will bump up and you'll be stronger. So they're asking that you work towards that because they're going to help you with that.
I have been, and I've been being more open. I have a tendency to just have thoughts. I can read minds, and so that comes in, and I would just have been kind of getting it validated to make sure, it kind of just helps me to feel more confident and that I'm not going crazy, that it's actually happening. So, but yeah, I've been practicing more and just trying to be mindful, open.
Well, good, because they're definitely pushing you in that direction. Anywhere in life that you can, be it just everyday life, work, anything like that, they're pushing you towards being that, per se, nurse and being helpful with other people, being mindful of what they need. Not necessarily what they want, but what they might need in this realm that we're in, because it's within you to be that person. But they're saying there is a fine line between helping and going overboard and burning yourself out. So they're saying make sure that even though you're doing all that, you do take time for yourself, meditative time to clear your mind, so you know and understand more about what's going on with you and where to go with it.
Okay.
My gosh, your third eye sees so much. Ooh. And I'm not sure that you even realize how much that you are picking up and seeing. But yeah.
I've always kind of wondered that, even like there'll be people that I'm not sure, like I get the sense that they're in spirit, but I'm looking at them like they're tangible, like they're alive. But then, I don't pay any mind. I just smile and go about but I feel it. I feel a different energy coming from them. So it's hard to explain. I just kind of know in my gut.
I've been doing this for years.
Oh, well, maybe not to you, yeah. Sorry, to most people.
I can distinguish, and you'll be able to, after a while, you'll be able to definitely distinguish, between whether it's a here and now person or if it's, a spirit person. Because, sometimes they do. You look up and it's just like, any other person that you would be dealing with on a daily basis. Because you're able to do that, they sometimes they show themselves in different forms. And understand it gets weird sometimes because you might just see the head, you might see the head and the upper torso, you may see the full torso, or it may be a gray mist that they come to you in. But you'll be able to more distinguish, what's going on and who's actually the spirit. So, but you've got so much that if you're able to work with it and really get it bumped up where it needs to be, and like I said, come the end of this year, you're going to see a lot going on, and your abilities are going to be a whole lot stronger. You'll know automatically that, yeah, this is a here and now person, this is a spirit person. So, but yeah, you've got so much that you're going to be doing, and just try not to get overwhelmed. Try to give yourself that time, to yourself to clear your mind and reset. Basically, is what you'll be doing, resetting so that you're able to go out there and help. But I mean, the potential that you have is, it's infinity. Actually, it's up to you to decide your potential and where you want to go with it. But I will tell you that it eventually where you will go is, and I definitely feel this, and this is where I'm hoping that I will be way down the line. You're working up to the potential of actually being, if you decide to later on, be a spirit guide. But you have that choice as to what you want to do. You still have more lives, you still have more learning to do, but you have the potential eventually to be there. So.
Yeah, I just have to get over being stubborn, I guess, then in this life. I need to learn while I'm here. I keep closing down. Okay, well, that's good to know. That's good. I'm not.
And maybe if you work out that spirit guide thing, you could hit up Bill. He's looking for some new ones anyway. So.
Oh, I'm always up for a challenge. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate everything so much. That's way more than I expected, but I'm so grateful because that just tells me that I do have quite a bit of support. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
I'm always out here. If you have a question, just toss it at me. You can send it an email, or you can contact me on Facebook and just say, hey, this is what's going on. So, yeah, you do have support.
I appreciate that.
So, you're very welcome, and thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, it was nice hearing from you. Thanks for calling in and being a part of our journey.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful night.
All right, you too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, well, let's get to the next one. Are you doing okay, Deb, by the way?
I'm doing great, yeah.
Okay. Well, you're always great, but yeah.
Well, thank you.
By the way, I just sent you a couple of emails, so after the show, check them out. Very interesting.
Okay.
Interesting things happening. All right, let's get to the next one here, and this is area code 636. You are on the air.
Hello?
Hey, welcome to the show. Who are we talking to?
This is Rob.
Hi, Rob.
How's it going, Brent?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
Not too bad.
All right. Well,
been better, but I've been worse. First and foremost, I want to thank both you and Debra for what you guys do. I've been a long-time listener of the portal, and I've actually called in before, but I don't know why I'm having this, but I'm actually having, I know Debra's been doing these readings for everybody, and she does them all the time, but I'm having something say to me to tell Debra, I see an empty chair in a front yard.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I'll let you take that.
I don't know why.
That's very cool.
I don't know why.
Well, it's symbolic of something.
That was something telling me to tell Debra this.
Huh.
Okay.
Like a loved one put it there, that there's an empty chair sitting in the front yard. I don't know if that's for her, or I don't know why. I don't know why. Because, like I said, I listen to the portal quite often, and I love the
the cryptid stories. I love the spiritual stories, and I really felt the last few calls that Deborah had read, I felt those, and I just felt like I needed to call in and tell her that there is an empty chair sitting in the front yard.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
yeah. I'll let you take that, Deb. But I
I mean,
think
even though I've been going through a lot personally
Mhm.
this past year, like life changing and spiritually shedding,
Uh-huh.
I guess is the best way to describe that.
Sure.
A spiritual shed
Uh-huh.
and life shedding.
Yep. I think a lot of us are, to be
Um,
honest with you.
But I know she does that for so much for everybody,
Yeah. Yeah.
reading and feeling, but that's something that came to me,
Very cool.
and I've been listening to the everybody's readings tonight, but that's what came to me, and it was like, tell her that there's a chair, an empty chair in the front yard.
Mhm.
I don't know who put it there, but I don't know. It's just weird.
Okay. Thank
I don't
you.
know.
I'll check on that later and see what the message is behind that. But I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah, and as you're shedding, it seems pretty clear that maybe you've got some gifts of your own, brother, that are coming to light.
Well, I've been told before I'm an empathic soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's.
I'm an old soul. Like the last caller kind of said, I have people that come up to me in grocery stores and just talk to me and start telling me their life stories and stuff, and I'm like, who are you? You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, I like that shirt. It's a Johnny Depp shirt or something. It's like, oh, the Pirates of the Caribbean. One time I went to the Caribbean, and I'm just like, what, are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
who are you? But anyway,
Sure.
that was I don't want to say reading for Deborah, but that's
Your message for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
for her. Yeah, it really was. I felt like I had to tell that to her.
Well, that's really
For
cool. You know,
whatever reason. I don't know why.
that's the first time that's ever happened during the shows here, but very cool.
Because she does so much for everybody, and it's just like, wow, especially with those last few calls, it really
Yeah.
touched me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I this past year I've had a spiritual shedding,
Mm-hmm.
and just like the person everybody has known that has known me like my whole life, shed a few months ago, and I'm not that person anymore. And it's a very weird
No, you're going through a rebirth.
feeling.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's confusing, and it hurts, and
Well,
I don't know.
just so you know, you always belong here. Don't forget that.
And I appreciate that.
They're talking about tell you that look, because your purpose will be revealed shortly.
Well, I've always felt like my purpose. I may not be like a great person of the world, or even people remember me, but I have kids, and as long as it's hard to explain. I never knew I was going to be great. I just knew I was going to be a great dad. You know what I mean? Ever since I was little. Just weird. That's weird to say, I guess. I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
I think
I knew I'd never amount to much except for that.
Yeah, but what can you do in the world that's more important than that? I mean, honestly, everything else fades to dust, but your lineage, your legacy continues. So there's no more important job in the face of this earth, in my opinion.
I appreciate you saying that, Brent.
Yeah, brother, for sure. I mean, everything that can be built is going to fall away one day, and everything that can be written will turn to dust. But the children you raise will shape tomorrow for everybody. So That is the job that matters the most, in my opinion, brother. And yeah, if you do that in this life and you do it well, you're doing so amazingly for all of us.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, I mean, none of us are given pamphlets at the hospital and go, "Hey, this is how you do it." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Believe
But
me. I got 3 of them on myself, and I'm still figuring it out.
right. But yeah, that's just because, like, initially I seen that the portal and Deborah was on, but and I was like, you know what? With everything that's been going on with me personally and everything, I was just like, as I'm sitting there listening to Deborah, that's what came through to me.
Very
was
cool.
to tell her that.
Well, we appreciate it.
So I don't want a reading or anything, because I know I can only imagine the mental exhaustion of having loved ones and other people's loved ones just coming through and, hey, tell her this. Oh my gosh, I couldn't even.
Oh. Well, it's what Deb does, though. She does it amazingly. But yeah, it's up to you, brother. If you don't want a reading, that's fine. But thank you so much for calling in. It's great to hear from you, and that's very profound that you brought a message with you. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for that. Like I said, I'll check into it later to see what's behind it. But I really do appreciate you coming on.
Okay, yeah, not a problem. And I'll keep listening. Maybe it might be later on down the road or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But I felt like I had to, with all my BS aside, I was like, something that was just like, tell Deborah there's an empty chair in the front yard.
Very cool.
And so, all right. It is what it is, guys.
All right, brother. Well, thanks again. I appreciate it. And keep us posted.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Very cool. Yeah, that was a first on Deb.
That was actually, I think there was another time quite a while back that somebody came on and had a bit of a message for me. But it's not like it happens all the time. But
Right.
like I said, I'm very thankful if a message comes through. You know, it'll work itself out and show itself out eventually. So.
Sure. Absolutely. All right. Well, we have another one here. There's one more call in the queue, and then that's it. So unless someone else wants to call in, this may be our last call. So if you still want a reading, there's still time. Just get in the queue and get ready. But the next call is coming from area code 602. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. My mom was 2 readings earlier, I think.
Okay.
And she said you guys were really good, that I should call.
Oh, well, Deb, yeah, you're welcome to call. Who are we talking to? What's your first name?
Katie.
KB or, I'm sorry, what was that?
KD.
KD. Okay. Well, welcome to the show, Katie. I will let you talk to Deb. She's the one that's good. I just sit and answer phones. So here's Deb.
Hi.
Hi.
What can I do?
Sorry, my throat's a little hoarse right now, but my mom was 2 readings before, I think, the Arizona call. And she said you were really good. And so I figured, and she told me to call, so I figured I don't really have, I don't know what to ask. What do I ask?
Well, thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. I really... Well, that's not quite
I guess I'm sort of lost. I don't really know where to go next. Do you think you could get something for that?
Okay. What's weird with you saying you're lost is I get the feeling that you're high spirited. You've actually got a high energy to you. I just think you have a problem using it sometimes. You're unsure of yourself. You second guess yourself. And you really don't need to, because you've got a good intuition to you.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Every time I second guess myself, the first answer was always right.
Yeah, exactly. Go with what you get, because you do have a good intuition to you. Now, we'll tell you, they're talking about past baggage that you really need to get rid of. It really feels like a bad situation, and it was very confusing. You just felt lost, and you didn't know which way to turn. But that has somewhat worked itself out, but you carried it with you. That's holding you back. You got to let that go. Whatever means that you have to use. If you need to, write it down on a piece of paper and either burn it or send it down some water. Let it be carried away. But get rid of that baggage. Whatever that situation was, get rid of it, because that can't keep holding you down. You've got some good things coming that you need to worry about doing, and you have got to be you've got to be at a point where you can love yourself enough to let yourself open up and do these things that are coming your way. They're talking about caution. You do tend to let yourself gravitate towards people who use you. They're asking you to please be more cautious about that. Not everybody who acts like our friend is our friend. So you have to learn better to distinguish between that. It's better to have a couple of good friends than it is to have a whole lot of not so good friends. So you need to work on letting people use you. That's something you've got to stop doing. God, you have so much potential. It just feels like anything you set your mind to, you can do. You're very smart. Of course, you question that even. I want you to stop questioning yourself so much, because you have so much potential there. And talking about looking for, if you can get rid of this baggage that you've been carrying, this situation you need to get rid of, if you can do that, and give yourself some healing time. They're not telling me why, and I'm not going to go into why, but because obviously that doesn't need to be put out there. Once you go through that healing time, if you can go through that healing process and get yourself straight with who you need to be, loving yourself and wanting to care more about the things that happen to you, then come the first of the year, you're looking at a whole lot of new things coming your way. The energy that you're going to have, the positive energy, is going to lead you into so many different places. It feels like there's travel there. It honestly feels like new loves. Let's see. Give me a minute because this one's not coming through too clear.
Okay.
Oh, darn. I don't want to go in that direction, but okay, they're telling me to ask you why you will not let that go. You know you don't need it. You'll know. And like I said, I try not to put any more out there than what I have to. But they're wanting you to, I guess, figure out why you won't let it go. You don't need it. It's not a necessary point. It's something that has to be gotten rid of for you to be the person that you need to be. Your guides are trying to work with you to have a positive energy, to be that person that you have the potential to be. Okay? Something tells me Mom knew this was going on. This is why she pushed you in this direction. Thank you, Mom. You guys want to see you work at being the best that you can be. And they're working with you. They're going to help you. But there's a few things that you have to do so that you're in a position to heal. Okay?
Okay.
But if you can work through these things, like I said, come the first of the year, there's a whole lot of things that are going to be changing. There's going to be so much magic around you that your mind will be swirling. You won't know which direction to go in first. So give yourself this healing time, and let's see if we can get you where you need to be. Okay?
Okay.
We want you to have that positive energy around you all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Mom, and thank you for calling in. Like I said, there's potential there. I want to see you get where you need to be. All righty?
Alrighty.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Welcome.
Katie, take care, and thanks for calling in tonight.
Yeah, it was a great reading. Thank you. Tell Barb. I said the wrong name, didn't I? Deb. Thank you very much.
Yeah, she can hear you. She's listening as well. She said you're very welcome. So, but yeah, good luck. It's tough to reinvent yourself, but sometimes it's just a matter of putting stuff down so you can get through the next door, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, take care of yourself. Have a great night.
You have a great night, too.
Okay, thank you. All right. Well, looks like those are the calls tonight, Deb.
Okay.
That was
Well,
the last one, but we have a few minutes, so I would like, if you don't mind, I think a lot of the what I've seen is there's some conversations in the chat of more people asking, like, well, I saw a couple of them talking about how do you get in touch with your guides, and I think it would do all of us a lot of good to know, because I think being able to tune into that is pretty powerful. You had mentioned that, meditating is important, but is there any special thing about it, or is it just a matter of having the dialogue? What is the deal?
great. It's so easy. Everybody thinks that it's really difficult, but it's actually very easy. And like I said, meditation is great. That clears your mind and it opens you up to help pick up messages. talk to your guides. If you have questions about something, that's what they're there for, is to help you. We all have a guardian angel. We all have spirit guides.
Yeah.
That's what they're here for, is to help us, to protect us, push us in the right direction, hold us back from something that might be coming that will hurt us or be bad for us. Yeah. Open yourself up. Just say, hey, listen, guys, I know you're there. Have you got any messages for me? Can you help me? This is my question. They'll give you a push in the right direction. Mm-hmm. They'll help you out with any aspect of your life that you need. It's that little voice. And don't question yourself so much when you hear it. Mm-hmm. When you do get that message, go with it. Just open yourself up and go with that message. And it's like I said, things like if you're running late, don't worry so much about it, because it's normally because you're being held back, because if you go at the right time, there could be an accident out there that you'd be in the middle of. Your guides are trying to help you keep from being in the middle of something, or they're trying to hold you back from being in could be a robbery coming up somewhere, where you're going to be or you're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. That's their job, is to help you make the right decisions, to make the right steps in life.
Yeah.
It is. It's easy. If you want to know their name, ask them their name. Mm-hmm. I don't do names because I don't want to give you the wrong name.
Right. Yeah. No, I think that's fascinating. Do you find that do you get a lot of communication with your guides through dreams, or is all of yours when you're conscious and awake?
At one point it was dreams, mm-hmm. but now most of the information I get from my guides and working with them and all is when I'm awake.
Okay. Well, we do have one more call that showed up. Do you want to get to this one?
Yeah.
All right, let's get to this. And this is area code 301. You're on the air.
Oh, well, hello. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good, thank you. How are you doing tonight?
Great. This is Andrew.
Hi,
calling.
Andrew.
I've called. How y'all doing? I've talked to Deborah. We talked. I think it was a year ago.
Oh, fantastic! Welcome
sometime.
back. Well, I'll let you talk to her again.
Yes.
I may have to. You guys just do what you're going to do. But if you hear voices coming, it's because the network is going to close. But we can finish this call in overtime, so don't worry about it, brother. But thanks for calling, Andrew. I'll let you talk to Deb.
Hey, Andrew.
All right, thanks. Hey, Deb. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, in limbo. I am. Happy, sad, like everybody else, the norm. I just in a part of mental state and physical state and overall state that I've never, been in, with a place where I feel like I either have to jump on the rocket or I have to go in a cave. It's one of those feel like, I don't know. That's why I don't know. There's a lot I feel, and yeah.
You're just a little bit confused right now. They're definitely saying don't go in the cave. Because if you
mm-hmm.
might not want to come out, so they don't want you to do. They want you to have a leap of faith, because there's some good things coming. Quit questioning stuff so much. And I know that that's your personality, but when we keep second-guessing ourselves is when we tend to make mistakes. So they want you to stop doing that so much. Life has just been throwing you some negative curveballs. But it kind of feels like some of that is going to slow down. Yeah, it definitely takes some meditative time because you've got to quiet some of what's going on. And it's not that you're really doing it on purpose. It's just happening. A lot of information and there's too much going on in your mind, and it's not just subconscious; it's your conscious also. That's allowing too much information to banter about in your mind. It's time to kind of quiet it down a little bit. Give yourself more time to think about stuff. If you have to sit down and work out a journal where it's kind of pros and cons on the information that you've got coming through. Because you feel like right now you've got more cons coming through as far as the information is concerned. And that's not really what's happening. If you put it on paper and to where you can look at it, it will start making a little bit more sense. Is even working in your dreams. What in the world? You had some really weird dreams.
Yes, 2,000%.
Yeah.
Can't tell anybody about them. They wouldn't understand.
But I mean, this is kind of what's going on. You just can't even quiet things down right now enough where you can get kind of back where you need to be. We need to quiet the dreams down some. We need to quiet everything that's going on in your mind down some. And meditation, like I've said, that helps you to clear your mind and it helps you to focus. Do you have any black stones?
No, not that I know of. Maybe somewhere.
Okay.
No.
I would suggest getting some. I like black tourmaline, obsidian, onyx. I'm trying to think of some others, and those are the main ones that come to mind. But black tourmaline, a black stone will help you to focus. It will help you ground yourself. It will help protect you. I definitely suggest getting some. That will help you. Keep it around you. Carry it in your pocket, whatever. Keep it on your the bedside table when you're sleeping, so that it's close to you, so it's helping you out. It's working for you. Don't let anybody else touch your stone, please. We never want anyone else to touch our stones because they're there to work for us. Try to find you a black stone. Get you some clear quartz crystal also to use with it, because that will bump up the vibrations of the other stone. That it will kind of make it stronger, so it will help it work better for you. This will help quiet some of what's going on. And like I said, kind of journal things. If you have to, as the thoughts come up, put them down on a piece of paper, because trust me, when we have it in front of us, it will make a whole lot more sense than trying to keep up with it swirling around in our mind. We want to try to get things quieted down a little bit so you're more able to focus on main matters, everyday things that are concerned that you have to take care of, instead of little silly things that are popping in and out and and understand sometimes they just seem so meaningless. It's like, why am I thinking about that? What does that even do with me? Yeah. We want to try to get rid of that kind of thing. So we want to get you to where you're more able to focus and definitely ground you into everything that's going on with you. And I think you'll see a big difference.
Mm.
I know it's a lot of work.
Yeah, but
it is. But trust me, it's well worth it once you get to that point where just everyday things that you're dealing with make more sense, and it's easier to take care of everything instead of having so many things bombarding you at one time.
Yes.
And the more you do it, the easier it will get also.
And thank you. So my question, where I'm going in my mind is where I'm supposed to be going. Is that the right choice, or am I supposed to be going other, like, or just let it guide? I don't know.
Okay, trust in where you're going or where you feel you need to be at the moment. It's not a specific. There are offshoots on that. Okay. And it's like there's 3 offshoots to it. You have a high potential. If you can bring those 3 together, yeah, it will work out. But it's getting the offshoots pulled together so that it's that one main purpose, and it'll work out. So, yeah, go with it.
Yeah.
But you do understand in following that, once you get there, it's just the type of person you are, you will get there, but that will also lead you to other things. And go with it. Let it see how far it will take you. You've got potential. Okay?
Yes.
Let it take you and see just how far it can take you. Honestly, you can do this. It will take work, but you can do it. And trust me, I have faith in you. I know you can do it. It's just doing those little things to work towards where you need to be. And it's more getting your mind quieted down so that you can focus on what's really necessary. Okay?
Okay.
You can do it.
Absolutely.
Yes, I can.
Yeah. I have all the faith in you that you can do it. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, Andrew, thanks a bunch.
Thanks. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for doing what y'all are doing and putting smiles on everyone's face.
All right, brother. Yeah, we try. We do our best. Sometimes we fail miserably, but sometimes we hit it.
Oh, yeah.
But thanks for calling in, Andrew. It's great hearing from you, brother.
Awesome. Love you guys.
All right, love you too. Take care.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, and we have one more call, and that's in the queue, and then we'll be done. So let's see who is this. This is area code 623. You're on the air.
Hi, guys. It's Dawn.
Hi, Dawn. Welcome to the show.
Hey,
Hi,
Dawn.
Deborah. I said I'd call in, and I did. I almost forgot, but I did.
Nice.
You made it. Okay, cool. What can I do for you tonight?
Well, I'm going through like a weird phase in my life where everything that is not serving me is being ushered away. And I'm wondering when that phase is going to end and the new phase of rebuilding a new chapter will begin.
Okay, let's see what they have to say about that. They're not sure. They're discussing it. No, seriously, because it is at a point where you got a little ways to go, but they're having trouble with the timeline. Come on, guys. Well, they said tell you you're not going to be finished within the next few months. Wise guys. They said 2024 looks really good.
That's what I was thinking. I thought that 2023 was kind of like, we're not done with you yet, putting the screws to you, but next year looks great.
Yeah. Definitely got a long ways to go. Talking about
because I'm doing my. Okay, go ahead.
They're talking about renewal. It's okay. It's renewing your spirit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. This is what they're up to. It's renewing your spirit.
Okay, yeah, because it's been kind of rough.
Well, they seem to be working on it.
Okay, well, if they're satisfied, then I guess it's okay.
They seem to be.
Okay, because I'm doing my writing with, my poetry and my novels, and I just want to make sure that is where I'm supposed to be headed. Because I think I'm on my path.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. That's going to change up a little bit next year.
Me writing, or am I supposed to,
what you write
do
about?
Something else?
That's what you write about is going to change.
How interesting.
There's going to be some sort of new experience that's going to send you in a bit of a different direction. That definitely should be interesting. But they told me to warn you, it will be more intense.
Okay. The experience or the direction?
The experience.
Okay.
It will be almost the same direction, only it's going to bump itself up. There's going to be something happen that's going to push you in a little bit deeper direction as far as your writing goes. And they're saying, don't worry about it. Don't be afraid. Just go with it. It's going to be a good experience, is what they're saying.
Okay, a good experience. Yay! I've not had a lot of those, so that's a good one. All right. Well, I'll just keep writing, and when that experience happens, I'll know it, obviously.
Okay. They're talking about, too, where that's concerned, don't be surprised if there's not more. That area is going to generate money or more money. So don't be surprised if that comes along, because they're talking about that is going to happen.
Well, that would be nice.
Yeah. They're definitely talking about it's going to go into money somewhere. So, yeah, they're talking about go for it. Let it happen.
Okay, and since you were talking about crystals earlier, do you have a crystal that I should use for creativity or meditation that would help me out?
I know there are. I can't tell you right offhand, but what I will do, okay, shoot me a message with what you're looking for, and then because I got a long weekend, I'll go ahead and look up what it is that you need. But I know it's out there,
okay.
and I know I've shared it before on my reading page, but it's just I can't think of it right now. So just let me know exactly what it is you're looking for, and then I'll look that information up for you and get it back to you.
Cool. Great. That's awesome. Thank you so very much. Now I know that I just keep chugging along, and it's all going to fall into place.
Mm-hmm. That's what they're saying. So, and I trust the guides. So.
Okay. Well, it's taken them 51 years.
What's another one, right?
What's another few years?
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for the magnetic pole shift anyways.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be such a party or not, but I guess, there's a lot of things on the horizon. It's great to hear from you again, though. Thanks for calling in.
Oh, no problem. Anytime you guys want some creepy poetry for like Halloween or something, hit me up and I'll come on.
Oh, perfect. All right. Sounds wonderful. Thank you. All right, folks. Well, that's going to wrap it up, I guess. Thank you, Dawn. Have a great night.
You too.
Okay.
Bye.
We'll see you.
Bye.
All right. That is it. Deb, how you doing? How's it been?
It's been great.
Yeah, it was a pretty, I was saying it in the chat, but it's funny how many people have said that same thing. I'm peeling, I'm shedding, I'm getting, all these things are falling away. That is such a theme tonight.
Yeah.
It
even I'm finding out new things that's helping me out right now. Is coming at just the right time.
Right. Yeah.
It's wonderful, and I hope this happens for more people. They see the new coming, the experience where they're becoming more who they need to be. Yeah. They're getting to where they want to be.
Yep.
So
the illusions are failing, and this truth keeps emerging, right?
Exactly. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, it is. It's really something. But I want to thank you a bunch for coming on. Of course, it's just always a rare pleasure to sit back and listen to you, and one that I've enjoyed now for 7 years, as this is the 7-year anniversary. But can you take a moment and let people know how to stay in touch with you, or have private readings, or any other information you want to leave the listeners with?
Sure can. Like Brent said, my email is purplemysticreader@gmail.com. I also have Facebook, which is Debra Davenport Varner, or my other Facebook is Purple Mystic Readings by Deb. Mm-hmm. Any of those ways you can get a hold of me, to say, hey, I know you're from Paranormal Portal, and I'll help you however I can. And yes, I do private readings.
Yeah, and it's wonderful, and including gift certificates and stuff. So there's lots of options to take advantage of what you're doing, Deb. And I'll tell you, folks, and this isn't me. You know, I have no. I mean, I'm not getting a kickback or anything, but I can tell you that the price for Deb's readings is about the most inexpensive you're ever going to find. And as you heard tonight and any other night that she's been on, that Deb is really tuned in. This is really the real deal. So it's a excellent opportunity. If you want to have a private reading, you don't want to do your reading publicly like this, I completely understand. And I encourage you guys to head over there and check it out and show her some love for sure. But I guess that's going to wrap it up for this episode, folks. So, again, there won't be scheduled episodes for the entire next week because Don and I are heading down to Vernal, Utah for Phenomicon. And we're also going to be doing some investigating in the Uinta Basin near Skinwalker Ranch. So there's all you know, it's like, oh yay! I don't know if I should be scared or not, but I'm going anyway. So
have fun, be safe.
Oh,
Just
I
make
will.
sure you're well protected. You should have more than enough to take with you to protect you.
I'm gonna have necklaces, pockets full of rocks and crystals, all kinds of stuff. Believe me. But yeah, it's gonna be great. So, unfortunately, there won't be any scheduled live shows on Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday. But for those of you that are missing a show, there's over 1,200 shows in the video on demand here on YouTube. So you can find something I'm sure you haven't seen, and hopefully you'll enjoy it and spread the word and keep the love growing. But I guess all I can do is tell you that we love you all. Be good, be kind, be nice. Take care of each other. Take care of each other and help each other out. Find the magic in every day and remember to laugh as much as you can. And I will be streaming during this next week. I just don't know when or have that scheduled. So make sure you got the notifications clicked so you get notified right away if we just go live. That's just it. So it's going to be very impromptu and off the cuff. So I'd love to see you guys there if we do. But all right, until then, guys, take care. Have a great week. Just know we love you. And we'll see you as soon as we can. Deb, I'll talk to you in just a second.
Okay.
Cue the commercial or the credits.